everybody. First of all, I am going to disclose at the beginning of this video that this video was not actually my idea. It was like the idea of a channel called Cartoon Buffoon. I will link his channel in the description. Probably go watch his video if you want because, I don't know, I think that it's more entertaining than mine. But, yeah. So, I am also gonna be, like, sounding like a little bit of, I guess, a, like, repeated horse, I guess, is what I don't even know the expression. But I'm gonna sound like I'm repeating him in the beginning of this video too, because, I too have been watching the Disney Villains Retrospective series on, YouTube. It's from a creator called Collins Back. Again, I'll, like, put his channel link in the description. Please go watch some of his videos if you want. They're, like, all really extensive. And honestly, probably do a better job of explaining the Disney villains than I ever will, but, yes. So, about the Descendants movies themselves, I have, like, watched a few of the movies, or, like, all of them, because there's only 4 movies. And, like, I think that I've read one of the books before. I haven't, like, ever had it properly, but, yes. And, so, I'm gonna explain, like, a little bit of the Descendants world first, and then I'm gonna explain why the system is so messed up. So, first of all, I'm just gonna say the heroes of the original movies in this kind of feel like jerks once you actually start looking into, like, the implications of the Isle of the Lost, but, like, we'll get to that later. And again, this concept was someone else's idea. Like, go to their channel if you want, like, an actual good video. This is just me, like, doing a scripted version, basically, with some of my own thoughts sprinkled in. And, the Descendants franchise, this is, like, what the Descendants movies revolve around, basically. The Descendants movies revolve around 2 locations, Auradon and the Isle of the Lost. Auradon is basically a conglomerate of, like, all the different Disney locations mashed together. And with most of them, I can kind of see it at, like, even the Little Mermaid. Sure, why not? The Palace in Agrabah, I mean, it's like a fantasy setting, I guess. So, I mean, I guess that could work. But then, like, you just, like, get things like Tarzan's Jungle that are like, bro, who came up with this? Who, like, united gorillas into the Union? And, anyways, that is not actually what I want to talk about today, but, I will mention real quick that the kingdom is run by Beast and Belle, because that is actually a pretty important detail. And their son is named Prince Ben. I'm probably gonna mention it later in this video. I don't actually know if I am, but, like, I don't remember if I am. I'm still reading off the script right now. And now to get to what I actually want to talk about, the Isle of the Lost. The Isle of the Lost, to put it in layman's terms, it is a location that restricts magic. It's basically a holding ground for all the Disney villains. But, in, like, real quick, I have to ask, does Disney know that their characters don't know the concept of the Disney villain? That doesn't exist for them. I'm sorry I'm rambling, but, like, I don't even know anymore. And apparently, I mean, like, I would, like, when I was a kid watching these movies, I didn't even really think about, like, I mean, like, I was just really, really willing to accept the fact that, like, I don't know, like, they could just, like, the villains just didn't, like, perish in their original movies. Like, I don't even know. I mean, Lady Tremaine didn't perish in her original appearance at all, which I'm gonna get to later because, like, there are different types of villains on the Isle of the Lost, as you'll see. And not everyone technically deserves to be there. Or should deserve to be there, at least. And also, before I actually get to that, villain's kids, in one of the books, like one of the like auxiliary media books, it is like very heavily implied that Auradon sends its rotten food to the Isle of the Lost. So essentially, like unless it's the kid of Gaston or some like trained hunter, Greek god, something like that, is there, then the kids are basically just living off of trash. Hey, Prince Ben, you're looking better than your parents right now, who I thought were supposed to be looking like the heroes here, but I mean, whatever, fine, whatever. But, I didn't, but like, after watching the Cartoon Buffoon Guy's video, I realized something, and like, I've been looking back on all the media with like a new context lens, basically, because, I don't really think that all of these villains actually deserve to be there. I mean, sure, you have some like magical villains that like obviously are very dangerous, very, very, very much evil. Like obviously they would deserve to be on the Isle of the Lost, like Ursula, Jafar, Hades, Maleficent. I don't know all those. But then you have like the sidekicks that are on the Isle of the Lost for some reason. Like, what did they even do? So, real quick today, I'm just gonna quite try to figure out, and again, this isn't my idea. I'm gonna try to figure out who actually deserves the Isle of the Lost treatment, who is like basically just there because like this makes the Isle of the Lost feel less like a justice system and more like just a dumping ground for the enemies of the royal families. Who, real quick, in the books, it said that the villains were resurrected just to be put on this island prison. Like, dude, the problem was already solved. The problem was solved, and you decided to like make it worse. Why? What is the point? And the Grimhild from Snow White, or Queen Grimhild. I don't even know how to pronounce her name, but yeah, it's the queen from Snow White, the evil queen. You know, the one that everybody knows about, the first Disney villain. I After watching the Cartoon Buffoon Guy's video, I guess the justification makes sense for her. And also, like, after rewatching the scene in the movie, it appears that she actually summons the lightning bolt, so, yeah, I can see it. I mean, like, I don't know if she's hurting anybody other than Snow White, but, like, I guess I can see it. Lady Tremaine and her daughters from Cinderella. And also, I'm gonna throw in her cat real quick because in the books it was confirmed that Lucifer is on the Isle of the Lost as well for some reason. And, gonna be repeating a point from the Cartoon Buffoon Guy, but, would, like, her abuse of Cinderella in that time period even count as a crime? To me, I don't think so. Because, like, the Cinderella era is set in, like, the 1500s or, like, 1700s, I don't even know. But, like, it's set in a time period where child abuse was not taken seriously at all. Like, basically, if you were of the lower class and you were, like, if you weren't, like, making money for the family, you were just out on your own, I guess. In modern times, this would be, like, harsh punishment, or, like, actually, not even harsh punishment. You only get, like, 14 years plus, like, a fine of, like, $30,000, which is still, like, bad, mind you, but it's not, like, it's not as serious as some of the other villains, like, on this list. And so that brings me to ask, why is Lady Tremaine here? And her daughters as well. Like, what did the daughters even do? Like, from my understanding from watching the movie, like, they didn't even really have, like, a strong presence in the story. The only thing they really did, aside from, like, being sidekicks, I guess, was, tearing up Cinderella's dress, which, I mean, like, that was an awful scene. Like, for the stepsister's, character, mind you, like, not, like, artistically, but, like, morally, I mean. And And don't even get me started on the cat because, bro, it's a cat. This creature, this thing. What did this thing do? What did Lucifer do in the movie? Like, bro, what did he do aside from just acting like a cat? Like, if anybody could tell me, thank you. And also, no, I'm not including the sequels here. That doesn't count. I'm not including, like, him trying to kill Cinderella in the sequel. Because, like, yeah, that was a no redeeming Lucifer moment. Like, that was a moment where, like, okay, you're way past redemption. And, okay. Seriously, why are they there? Like, did they hold a meeting to decide who should go on the Isle of the Lost? And if so, like, that just makes the, like, people of Oregon look worse, in my opinion. But if that wasn't the case, how did Beast and Belle decide this exactly? Was it a judge that decided it? Because, again, Cinderella era, I don't think that that should be allowed. Well, I mean, Cruella de Vil is also there, so I mean, you could like argue that that was set in the 1960s, but like, child abuse wasn't taken that seriously back then either. I mean, it was taken more seriously than the 1700s, mind you, but like, if you weren't like of the higher class, again, children weren't really that important to people in the 60s. Like, they were definitely really important in like the 1960s era of London, like the Disneyland like 50s era. Like, they were still treated better, but I mean, they still wouldn't have gotten the 14-year fine and a life sentence on the Isle of the Lost. Like, mind you, no one is on the Isle of the Lost temporarily. The only reason anybody ever goes to the Isle of the Lost is for like the Prince Ben like villain kid project, where like they're bringing all the villain kids to Auradon to try to like rehabilitate them and not like make them turn out like their parents. Who, again, I'll get to the rest of them later. I just wonder why. Like, why are they there? There's done nothing like actually wrong. Okay, and script. Okay, just gonna like repeating like the entire point of like the cartoon buffoon guy. The Queen of Hearts, for some reason, Wonderland wasn't invited into Auradon. Like, she had just a stranglehold on the kingdom that they just couldn't unite it into Auradon, like Wonderland. So they were just like, you know, screw it, we're just gonna put up a wall. We're not gonna worry about it. We're done. Bye. Which feels like equally more concerning, honestly, because if you know that there is a kingdom being run by a mad tyrant and you do nothing to deal with it, I don't know, that feels weird. Which also questionably, how does that actually work? Because like, Wonderland in the original movie was not like a real place. It was a place in Alice's subconscious. I mean, I guess you could argue that she was thinking about a place that actually exists, but then like that would be somehow weirder. Because like, what? Why? Also, real quick, not even about the like Auradon stuff, but like, what drugs was Alice taking in that movie? Like, what drugs was she taking to like make her have hallucinations like the Jessar cat and like the Marcher and stuff? Actually, the Marcher is somehow like one of the most normal people in Wonderland, and like the Mad Hatter, obviously. By the way, that is my cat, Moonpie. Say hi to Moonpie in the comments. Yes, you're coming. And Captain Hook and Mr. Smee. Okay, how do I say this? I mean, Captain Hook is confirmed to be a murderer. Like, we saw him shoot like his own men on screen. That is confirmed. Like, that isn't even questionable. Mr. Smee, like, I think that he's just there by association, but like, Captain Hook really doesn't like deserve the out of the lost treatment. At least I don't think so. Because like, here's the thing, they're pirates. Do you know what pirates do? If you cannot answer that in the question in the comments for me, I think that you're a bit of a lost cause mentally. Like, more of a lost cause than my cat mentally right now. Say hi, Moonpie. And seriously, what did he even do aside from that? Like, yes, he tried to kill Peter Pan a lot of times, but I think that arguably that is the least evil thing that he has done. Because, like, Peter Pan was an extreme jerk in his movie. Like, an extreme jerk. He did not care for Wendy. Like, he cut off, like, Captain Hook's hand while he wasn't even bothering Peter. I don't know. I don't. And also, Mr. Smee, seriously, why is he on here? Why is he, of all people, on the Isle? Like, Mr. Smee was complicit in Hook's villainy, yes, but also, like, he was definitely less evil than Captain Hook. Like, he didn't do any murdering himself. He wasn't the captain of the ship. He wasn't the captain of the Jolly Roger. He was just kind of there. But I mean, I guess being the sidekick by association, and also, like, yeah, the concept of the Disney villain and the Disney villain's sidekicks does not exist to them. So, like, how do they decide this? Real quick, do they not have anything set up for the normal fucking rhymes? I'm sorry, I just found that line so funny from the original video that I had to say it here. Maleficent, yeah, obviously she deserves to be there. Ignore that. Like, powerful, magical creature, like, she's a, like she is a dark fairy, has, like, powerful magic, can, like, grow entire horns around a castle, can turn into a dragon, can hypnotize people based on that scene with Aurora, can, curse babies to die. Like, I don't even, like, that is. Also, why did she choose such a weird method of death? Death? Imagine that you had to put on a gravestone, die by pricking your finger on a spinning. Okay. I mean, like, I guess, go ahead. I mean, like, good for you, more power to you. And, Cruella de Vil tried to kidnap and kill some dogs, which is bad. I don't like that. Like, we all just like that Cruella de Vil did that. But, like, she didn't deserve the Isle of the Lost treatment. She tried to kidnap some dogs. And, like, yeah, obviously skinning dogs is a bad thing. But, like, one, was there any evidence that she was actually going to kill the dogs? Like, I don't think that Horace and Jabber would blab about that because, that would make them in trouble with the law. And if you had watched any of the 101 Dalmatian sequels or, like, even the original movie, you would know they do not want that. Like, they don't want that at all. And I think that, like, both of them as well, why are they on there? Like, again, was this an association thing? Like, are they just there because they're associated with the villains and was, like, so automatically they're on the owl too? Because, like, that is just a really weird situation. But I mean, like, Jasper and Horace, they were the ones that were gonna actually do the dirty work, so, I can kind of see it at least, but, like, they didn't pull it off. So again, why? Oh, and real quick, I forgot to mention this one. TikTok the Crocodile feels like he was only on there to harass Captain Hook. Like, Peter was just sitting at a meeting, like, to discuss who should be put on the Isle of the Lost. And he was just like, oh, yeah, I have an addition, actually. You see, there's one crocodile who hates Captain Hook, and Captain Hook hates him, and only him. Well, not the crocodile. Hates only Hook. And then Belle was just like, well, why would we do that? The crocodile's innocent. And then Peter was just like, because it would be really fucking funny. Yeah. So, again, I don't really understand it, but, like, I can't say that, like, Peter would have been wrong in that situation. Even though I still absolutely hate him as a protagonist. Oh, real quick, another villain that I forgot to mention before we get into the Renaissance villains. The ringmaster from Dumbo. Did you know? What? Hey, he is a man doing his job. What the fuck did he do that was illegal? I mean, sure, he was a jerk to the elephants, but like, I don't. Who wasn't a jerk to elephants back then? This was made at a time when elephant abuse in circuses was not taken as seriously as it was today. Which, yes, it is still very, very bad. I will not acknowledge that. Like, I am like a huge lover of animals, but like, what the hell is he on this for? Why do they not just have a fucking prison system? Like, you would think that they would just have a normal prison system, but I mean, no, obviously not, because that would be the normal solution with a normal problem. Okay. Now the Renaissance villains, Ursula, I mean, again, understandable. Like, even without the Trident power play, she was a lot powerful. Like, I am a lot comfortable with, like, placing her on the Outlaws for Restrict Her Magic. And also, like, a side detail that isn't, like, related to Auradon, but what is the powers that she had, like, related to inherently her, like, body's magic or her potion magic? Because the polyps clearly turn into polyps because of the potion magic, because, like, of the, like, contract magic, but, like, did she enchant it with the potion, or, like, did she, like, just make, I don't even know. And also, like, I'm gonna skip over that because, like, we're just, like, getting back to Auradon real quick. Flotsam and Jetsam. Oh, seriously, why are they here? They, like, aren't a threat without Ursula. I mean, like, I guess they were just kind of there to prevent Ursula from being able to do anything outside of, like, the Outlaws. But, like, why? Like, they were just kind of Ursula's helpers, and, like, honestly, they kind of acted more friendly to her than any other character did. Which is kind of sad because, like, you're just putting, like, their only friend on the Isle, basically. And, like, that would also be the case if, like, it was ever revealed that Diablo the Raven from Sleeping Beauty, Maleficent's henchman, was on the Outlaws, because, like, bro, you're just being mean at that point. Okay, Gaston. Repeating one point, he, normal man, town hero, and arguably didn't do a crime. It honestly feels like Beast and Belle, this one was personal to them. Like, they run this kingdom. They constantly chose to put Gaston on here. Like, again, ordinary man, arguably didn't do a crime. Like, all he did was like, trying to kill the beast who, like, was like, the size of a giant monster. Now, we as the audience know that that monster was the future king. But why? Again, just why? Like, also, LeFou makes even less sense than Gaston. He wasn't even the leader of the mob. He was just part of it. And again, like, they didn't, like, know that he was the beast. Well, I mean, they knew that he was the... You know what I mean? They didn't know that he was the future king. And Jafar, like, one of the, like, main four villains in the first Desendants movie. I mean, like, yeah, I can see it. He has, like, a lot of magic. He has, like, the hypnotism staff thing. I don't even know how that works. But, I still, like, want to know how his situation worked. Like, did they just... Like, he was a genie. like when he died in like the second like Jafar movie, and I know that I said that I wasn't counting sequels, but like I, I'm still like kind of baffled about that. Like, did they just revive him and like he was returned in human form or something? Like, I don't even know how that works. And Iago, real quick, parrot, and incredibly intelligent parrot, but still a parrot. What magic does he have? Somebody tell me. Like, does he on the Isle lost it because he was associated with Jafar? Why? Okay. Judge Claude Frollo. Yeah, yeah. Place him on there forever. Like, you just, I don't even care. Don't even give him a chance of reformation. Just like keep him on there. Keep him plopped on there forever. Like, actually, like give him like 5 life sentences on the Isle of Lost. Like, I don't even care. Same for Governor Radcliffe from Pocahontas. Like that fat ass just did not deserve it. And Hades. Okay, so this one makes sense from like an evil and power perspective. Like, he is the god of the underworld. He has a lot of power. He is definitely really evil. But like, what's gonna happen to the underworld with his absence? Like, did one of the gods just have a free day or something, and they were just like, yeah, you can just run this place forever. Bye. Because like, what happens? Just why? And also, real quick, just the fact that like Hades and Maleficent were shipped together like 3 times at this point, like once in that Disney Cruise Line show that nobody ever talks about because like it's so forgettable. Once in House of Mouse and once in this series. Like, does that mean that Disney basically considers this to basically be canon? And if so, I don't even know. And lastly, Doctor Facilier. I mean, again, makes sense that he's here, evil guy, and I think that the voodoo magic definitely qualifies as magic. But like, it also doesn't make sense because his crimes against humanity are on a very, very small scale compared to the rest of the villains. So like, this kind of feels like another Tiana Naveen vendetta where they were just like, oh yeah, we'll just put this guy on, we'll show him, even though like he was like already dragged to hell, right? Also, how did they get him out of hell? Like, I don't even know. Did like they just ask Hades and were just like, hey, we'll take you off the Isle of the Lost if you do this, and like he did it, but like they were just like, yeah, no, you're still going on here. Which still, why? So as you can plainly see, there are a lot of people on the Isle of the Lost that really do not deserve to be here, and it really starts to bring into question, were the people who were behind this, I mean, like, listen, this is a Disney Channel original movie. Obviously, they're not going to put too much thought into it. But, it kind of makes Beast and Belle not seem like good rulers, honestly. Because, like, if you're just throwing pet cats onto this isle, like, bro, what do you not have anything better to do with your time? Anyways, thank you for watching through the video. If you made it this long, please leave a like and a comment. And please subscribe. It, like, honestly helps me out. Anyways, bye, and thank you for watching. I want to say hi to my cat in the comments. You can see him in the background.